Hi, I'm Faith.
And I'm Nasa. And this is
Go Ladies, a podcast about navigating life, love,
and so much more
from a 40-plus perspective. Anything you wanna do, I messed up trying to. Boy, my body's just for you.
That's the part, the ad-lib part. I was ready.
Yeah,
you know, it's too late.
I'm not good with the words on that one.
No,
I can do all of the ad-libs.
Pleasure is a destination.
I didn't even know that those were the words.
You know
That's
what?
bad. Pleasure is a destination.
Yes.
I want to buy a condo.
It is.
Let me buy a condo there.
The original version I like. It's slower.
Okay.
And sexier. And then you have the one
How
that
are you
was
the baby and you know all the stuff?
because I be knowing.
But see, that was a problem for so many songs. Even I was just thinking,
Right.
I was 9 when that came out.
Hello.
And I was singing my heart out, but that's...
All the things. I remember in my mom's car singing, I'm not your superwoman.
Exactly.
Who woman was
Exactly.
I?
Nobody want me.
Or like the version that was out when I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
And I'm singing, and my mom was like, "Do you even know what the version is? It's Madonna." Madonna says
That's all you needed to
Madonna
know.
said that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what we do. Hello.
Hi, Hi.
I know, we just start talking again.
This is what we do.
Every time. So, hello, everyone.
Hi,
Welcome to the Go Ladies podcast. We make sure you like, subscribe, share, do all the things right now. So, that's our official opening because we have a wonderful guest today.
Hello.
We ain't got no sound effects. We just got face.
We don't. Wait, this is what I do. So we're just going to go ahead and get into it because we're talking all things wellness.
I love it.
From a 40-plus perspective.
Of course. Always.
Especially for the sisters.
Oh, yes.
This is for the sisters.
Strictly for the sisters.
The real thing.
But we do have an inclusive view of sisterhood. So if you are an ally or if you identify, self-proclaim, we're not going to include anybody.
Of course.
So come on into the sisterhood.
Come on.
And thank you.
Yes, exactly.
That was good. Okay, so yes, I have a bio to which Keisha over here was like, "You're not going to read the whole thing, are you?"
Please don't.
I'm not going to read the whole thing. I will not be robotic. But I mentioned we're talking wellness, so I will say a few things, and you can feel free to fill in any blanks that I may have left out or missed. Okay. So, LaKeisha Thomas,
Hello,
homegirl from Detroit. What up, though?
What up, though?
I'm surrounded by 313.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yes. The first thing I noticed, and I mentioned this to you, I saw it on your LinkedIn even before you sent the bio, is that you have change agent listed. So I was like, I like that.
Yes, thank
She is
you.
a change agent, trainer, consultant, advocate for young people, community, and wellness. And I have seen all of this firsthand. So it's not just a calling card. It's not just on the LinkedIn.
No.
Like, she legit lives it.
She walks it.
Yeah.
Walk it like you talk it. Hey, walk it like you. Okay, we're gonna do this the whole show. Sorry. Native of Detroit. I already said that. Oh, she has her MBA. That was the other thing. I was talking to you and I was like, I didn't know you had an MBA. She got an MBA.
Yeah.
All right then.
Black women are smart.
We do be
Black women be smart. We collect degrees like infinity stones.
Shout out to the Bachelor Gang.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. So she's from Detroit. I already covered that. But we're going to get into the wellness part. So you say it's been the primary focus in the last decade for you. Mm-hmm. You are passionate about health and longevity of our community. Mm-hmm. Again, I've seen that. And you want to ensure we have high quality living from a rooted core. Yes. So we'll get into what rooted core is, if that's okay.
Okay, yes.
All right. So we'll get there. But yeah, she's done it, been everywhere, lived everywhere, talked to everybody. What else am I leaving out that you want the people to know?
I don't think anything at all.
And she has the best smile.
Thank you.
Which is super infectious. And she's my line sister.
Yeah.
How you leave that out?
Right.
She's from Detroit
She's the
7
best.
times.
You know, just...
She said she's from Detroit and she can breathe and she's from Detroit. And you know she can read. She's from Detroit. We know she's from Detroit.
You see how nice it does me? She really abuses me off camera. I'm really bad and locked drawers in a closet.
First of all, I'm impressed because your font was like size 2 on that phone.
See, I'm reading it.
I could not see it.
Not size 2.
It's a size 2 font.
It was. Oh, hold on.
Nancy, she can't work the phone.
40 plus. Look,
that is tiny.
Right, I can't see that.
I did good though. I had
did, because that's size 2
to zoom in.
I was like, Lord help me.
I'm glad you saw that.
My daughter makes fun of my phone. She says my phone is like Braille. I said, I can't see. I know I can't see. Yeah, one word per screen.
One word per screen.
It's like a teleprompter.
It's big. Aww. Ladies and gentlemen, LaKeisha Thomas.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
No,
I am so honored.
you are in the 40 plus club too. We don't give numbers, but we are in the 40 plus club. So,
I am.
Yay.
Yes. Been dabbling for a little bit.
Yes. So excited to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate it.
The world's crazy, right? We don't talk about what's crazy.
Yeah.
The world's just crazy.
Yes, it is.
And so people are really trying to figure out how to navigate self-care. But self-care means so many different things. Like, how do you define self-care?
First off, I think we have to define it for ourselves.
Okay.
Yes. What is going to work for me, what I need, what really fills me is definitely going to look different for each person. And so I think everybody must be clear on that. So whatever it is that makes you feel well, balanced, that energizes you, that helps you keep going, that keeps you focused, but you understanding what that is and then being intentional and then having a practice or steps to make sure that you are balanced and can keep going in life at a high quality. And so that's what self-care is to me.
I like that. Because so many times, well, a lot of it, I don't want to say commercialized, but it's go get your nails done, get your nails.
Yeah.
But it's personal.
It is because getting nails done for one person may be, oh my gosh, I just feel pretty. I feel as if I'm put together. And then for someone like me, it's I don't have enough time or I don't have enough energy for me to take care of that. So it feels as if I'm pampering myself and loving on myself, and it gives me a moment to stop and allow someone else to take care of me. So then it's fulfilling a need that I have, and it's fulfilling a separate need for that person. And there's more external. One is not better than the other. It's just tailored to your own needs.
Ow.
And that's the show.
Yeah. And we're done.
And we're done. Because that's what I need to hear. Like,
I know how you pamper yourself.
And dude, it's my tummy growls again. I'm sorry. I'm always hungry on the show. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
No, you got the paper in your country.
I would also say about self-care
Talk about it.
Of course we think about those pampering or massages, getting nails done, working out, but are you slowing down? Maybe it's making sure that I have everything, the pampering in my schedule, work deadlines, family deadlines. Maybe I have alarms set to remind me to do something. Like really going all the way in, what's going to make your life more comfortable? How are you really catering to you, even in the smallest of ways? So just not thinking of self-care on this large scale or like it has to be this big thing. It doesn't. It's just really thinking about all the things, all the ways you can support yourself.
I love that. Because like for myself, I posted the other day and I can't remember verbatim what I said, but
You want me to say it?
you can say it.
All right, because I have it.
Of course you do.
Receipts. Someone please tell me how I am supposed to protect my peace, travel the world, work a 9-to-5, have a side hustle, work in the community, prepare for the next Civil War, prep for Armageddon, go to the gym, and see Beyonce. Please tell me how to do it all.
No, seriously.
Right.
And that is the list and more.
Yes.
No, seriously.
And a parent, and somebody's lover, and somebody's this, and somebody's that, and somebody's daughter. And we're in the generation where our parents are here, and all those things. And so trying to prioritize self in the midst of all that is difficult.
It is.
It's difficult.
It truly is.
There's only 24 hours in the day.
Right. No, seriously. And we have this idea, and of course, in society, we're shown and it's, I don't know, push that, you know, we have to go and attain. And so, of course, on the list of all the things, it's what's next, or how can I even slow down? But and see Beyonce. No, really.
Seriously.
And see Beyonce.
Every store I know is trying to do the mental gymnastics of, can I see her the day before convention?
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
No, really. So, all the things and all the time.
But what you said, slowing down, feels like the antithesis of all that, but it's actually what we need to do to really take stock of what's important.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And I know it's hard. You know, some will say, I don't like to meditate, or I can't, my brain goes crazy when I slow down. It's fine. No one's saying you have to lie down and that's what it is, or cross your legs and then you're meditating in this position. You might be going on a walk and allowing yourself to really process through whatever thoughts and feelings you're having, or you're saying, I'm just, you know, observing nature and just taking in this beautiful morning or whatnot. And that is slowing down too, you know, thinking about, even sometimes when you're washing the dishes, but is the TV on? Maybe I just have music in the background. Maybe I'm being intentional while I'm washing the dishes and thinking about something specific. That's slowing down too. But, you know, just really figuring out things that we already are doing, and then how we can make those mindful moments too.
I like that. So you're not reinventing the wheel.
And we don't have time.
Right.
You just listed all the things. So I have to be intentional while I'm driving. I have to, you know, this is where I can still focus in and love on myself. So
Gotta love on you.
Got it. So you're the founder and creator of Rooted Core.
Rooted Core.
So tell us about Rooted Core and what prompted you to start this.
Rooted Core is a nonprofit organization that I wanted to have to focus solely on bringing self-care experiences to Black women and other women of color, and just to have us stop intentionally. So even if you don't have it in your schedule, you can look to some experiences that's gonna come up throughout the year where you can come in, maybe learn different ways that you can create a self-care plan, you know, definitely come into community with other women, and it just being your time that you can look to at different times. And so started it because I needed it. And I was just realizing so many conversations with my friends and line sisters and family that it's hard. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to start. And I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert.
You're good.
But I've tried to figure it out for myself for so long, just due to, you know, my stuff from childhood and going to therapy and really trying to figure myself out. I started earlier and have been intentional about just the work. And so just realizing that everybody's at different places. And so how can I support? I'm an empath. I've been in the nonprofit sector. So my brain always goes to how can I turn this into something to help other people? And so here we are.
I love it. So I had a Rooted Core experience.
Yes.
For my birthday.
Yes.
I was there.
It was my birthday, but I was getting to that. And Nasa was in attendance.
She leave me out all the time.
It was my birthday and you were there to support. See how divisive. See? No. That's what the man wanted. That's how he wants us to be.
Right.
So for my birthday, 2 birthdays ago, and when I tell you, for me, it was amazing. And how it started, and that's what Nasa got me tissue. I'm not gonna cry. So obviously I'm in my 40s. Perry is at my door every day. I can't stand this hoe. And
She be fighting you.
she does. I'm having a breakdown. I'm in my office. I'm like, I always do something for my birthday. But I didn't know what I wanted to do that particular year, right? Nasa knows this. I'm in a space where, yeah, the turn up is great. You can go have drinks, but I just did not want to do that. I was like, I'm not feeling that. I want my sisters to be healthy. I mean, you know that we talk about on the show all the time. Like, wellness is important to me. Like, you know, especially things that are preventable.
Right.
So I reach out to Keisha, and we're having a whole text conversation. And at one point in my office, I'm crying. I'm telling her, I was like, I'm up here crying because you don't know how much this means to me. Like, seriously, like, to have those spaces. And we recently went to another event that was a curated space, and it was in the wellness space. And it was taking a moment to pause, to slow down. And what I like about Rooted Core is, you know, I'm not going to give it all away because you should just experience it. But there is movement there. There is mindfulness there. It's holistic. It's not just, you're not talking at us. You allowed us time to think about things for ourselves and how are we planning to take care of ourselves, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, that was something. So she does birthday parties.
Yes. Curated events for any occasion.
Yeah, but it was needed for me at that time, you know, and I was glad to be able to do it. And even my lovely friend sister here, and even some of my girls, and you know, some of our line sisters, they're like, I don't be doing yoga.
Exactly. You know, I do not like yoga.
Oh yeah, we know. Yes.
I was like, I know, sis.
But came to support.
Yes.
Yeah. And it still was wonderful. There were plenty of takeaways.
Yes.
So, you know, hats off to you. Thank you for curating those spaces. Because I was just in a different place. I'm like, I don't want brunch with people twerking on me. Like,
and that's true.
I've been there, done that.
Right.
Yeah. But in this season,
and we'll do it again.
And we'll do it again. Yeah. And in that season, I'm like, I just want to like be well.
And you were listening to that, and went and found it came to be because.
So thank you.
Definitely.
And this one was
glad you asked
down dogging. And
I was there. I was in it. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I am a person. It takes me a minute to get out of my head. Yeah, look at you, because I know you ain't
I
supposed to
didn't
say something.
nothing. It's your
But
truth.
no, it's true. It takes a minute to get out of my head. In any room I want to walk into, I want to be the best. That's the competitive spirit in me, and I'm not always the most vulnerable, and so are open to being vulnerable. So in spaces like that, it takes me a second to, okay, this is a safe space. You can't, and in fact, I know all of y'all too, but still, it takes me a second to be like, this is not a competition. This is for you. This is not, you know, and then I can get into the actual, being mindful and being present. But for the first, you know, a couple minutes, I'm always so in my head. And, you know,
I get that.
I had to work through that on therapy. But,
and thank you for sharing that because it's good for me to always remember. And of course, the goal initially wanting to make sure everybody feels safe and knows that it's a safe space. But remembering that about each person, like, even though I'm here, it doesn't still mean that I'm not like, okay.
Exactly. Right.
You know, because I am just open and extra vulnerable. Just like,
we're doing the thing.
But I do enjoy that because, like you said, your smile is so welcoming. I mean, seriously, it's disarming, you know? And you can see that whatever you're saying at the time, it's coming from a place of really wanting the best for your people in your class. It's not about, you know, some other BS or, you know, it's about really wanting the best for us. And so that radiates from you. I did enjoy it.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
That's the intention. That's the purpose. And so everyone, I am hoping that they're showing up for themselves and leaving with so much more for themselves. And so that's what it is.
You mentioned that you started Rooted Core for women. Do you do anything, services for men at this point in time, or not yet?
Not at this point, but I am looking to get into just community events because, of course, I want us all to be whole and well. So, and having that as a priority. And so I am definitely going to be doing things in the community and including families and men. But honestly, it's been many months now. I've I had to take a little hiatus because I had to really go in deeper in my own self-care. Spend the time. And I was like, I cannot, I have to be well.
I get
it's
it.
been stressful with work and just, navigating different aspects of life. And so I said, you have to put it into practice.
Yeah.
And so I needed to take a hiatus. So
I understand. When I was writing all the time many, many years ago, I was writing a lot in a spiritual space, which is funny for me to say that now because like chapters ago of my life. But I paused because I was like, I can't spend more time talking about him than talking to him. And so I was like, let me take a break because I'm now pouring out from me, not from what he gave to me. And so being aware of that.
Exactly.
Saying, it's time to fill my cup back up.
Yeah.
So,
And that's what it is. And self-awareness.
Yeah. I get it.
And knowing when to take a break. And that's what it is. It's a break for you. You know what I mean? Because I think it's a calling, but in order to be able to fulfill that, your cup has to be full.
Right.
So.
And I'm still moving forward and connecting individually or, smaller groups and just random pop-up ways and going to other events.
Yeah.
That's still, when we're in community and having these conversations, the work is still being done. So it just doesn't look that one way where I'm curating an experience. And those will still come. Yeah. And that was also a lesson for me because I have always been on this move, go, 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 what's next? And I'm still in that space.
I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah, and I'm still in that space, but I really have pushed myself to come out of why does it have to be like that?
Come on, party play.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And I'm sitting down. And that's that.
I was speaking to a CEO yesterday who is about to retire. And I asked him, what's on your next chapter? And he's like, nothing. And he's like, I've done it all for so long that maybe in a couple of years I'll feel like doing something else. Yeah. But for this next chapter, I'm just going to rest and lean into travel. That's great. Enjoy. I was like, you better do it. Please. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
You know?
Does.
So.
Yeah.
I love that.
But
We don't
taking that
always
time.
have to be doing something.
We don't.
That's the thing you know what I mean? And we're all learning that and unlearning and
yes.
And relearning.
always have to be going. Yeah.
Definitely.
I love that.
And that's a big part of it too, the unlearning. That's what got me to Rooted Core too, when I was realizing how much unlearning needed to happen, reframing. Wait a minute. It doesn't have to be this way. First, even sometimes I think about the path that I did take. Was it fully my decision? And, just thinking about all of those things and having that realization, Rooted Core came from that. Just really so much introspection.
I love that. I love that. I told my daughters, I have daughters. My oldest is 25. My youngest, obviously, 22. She was just in the room a few minutes ago. But I always say that your childhood's for learning, your adulthood's for unlearning and relearning. And there are things that I've taught you that will not serve you, that you get to unpack and put down and redefine. And I think that that's something that a lot of parents don't say to their children because, I instilled this in you. I want you to walk this walk, but that walk might not serve them. And they get to define it for themselves.
Wow, that's so true.
Yeah.
So
she's a good mama.
I can tell. No, really.
And I've told her this just over the years. Like, I love watching you parent your girls. I love the relationship y'all
I
have.
also call an audibles.
You do.
I recognize there are sometimes I just don't know, and there are things like I'm like, help me get this one, and I'll call you.
Yeah.
Help me.
But that's still being a good mama. She's like, help me with your child. I'll be like, all right.
Help me. And that's the same thing to my best friend Carrie. My oldest is very much so like her. So I'll call her and be like, hey, help me understand this. I don't understand what, she's like, try it this way. And I'm like, all right. So,
that
I love
speaks
the
to
village.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Exactly, but
Having
that's
a village.
also a part of the greatness of being a mom. You're recognizing, hey, I don't have it all, and so I need someone else to fill in the gap.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You did not come at me with a manual. I did the best I could. But what I got,
right. Right. And that's the grace that I hope we all give to our parents. And, because, there is a lot of, the things that they were doing their best, and now with what I gave you, some of that may not go anymore. But you are actually saying that to your child, and I know some of us may not have heard that, but the hope is that along the way we know
at some point we all come to the realization our parents are people. And for some people it's very jarring because you're like you're not a superhero, but I definitely recognize like my parents are people, Hell was on Insecure. Issa Rae said, daddies are niggas too.
Exactly. She did.
Yes. That's true. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to just bring it back to the whole wellness thing. And we were talking prior to recording about, I said, your home is an apothecary. So LaKeisha has me on this vitamin regimen now. And I will say, I do love those vitamins. So thank you.
Yes.
We can shout them out. Pro Black Health.
Yes.
Pro Black Health. Husband and wife. But I like this whole, she has this whole counter, she has the things in her fridge. Like, I was all up in your house.
I loved it.
But that's your dream, though. You said
yes. And I mean, honestly, it's tiny to me. It's my starter apothecary.
I said,
one day I would love to have a full wall of herbs and all tinctures and goodness, and to be able to create something that is needed. So if you said, "Oh, my ankle," I'm not trying to put this out there.
I understand.
Oh, my ankle, or I'm not falling asleep as easily as I used to. I want to be able to say, we need to get you some valerian root. Let's think about what are some herbs that maybe help with inflammation, and just automatically know that I have all of my little herb books, and I would like to say I want to be an herbalist one day, or that I am right now. I'm trying to figure it out, and the herbs are not going to hurt us. We just figure out which ones are most helpful. But that's I want to be all things wellness.
Okay.
I love it.
Can I ask a question about that? Because I really want to unpack that.
Okay.
And I know I'm trying to think about how I'm gonna phrase it. So we hear people all the time on the interwebs saying, take this for that, take this for that, and take this for that.
Oh, I know where you're going.
And even when Christopher, my husband who passed away, people were like, he needs to do this, he needs to do that. And I'm like, pause. I think there is a place for holistic. I think there's a place for traditional medicine. How do you make sure that they are not in contradiction with each other and working in unison, for the betterment of the whole? Because I totally trust you, and I know that everything you're doing is coming from an amazing place. But sometimes when I hear try this, and I'm like, how's that going to work with this hydrochloric acid?
Right.
So how do you balance that out?
And that's a great question, and we do have, especially in our community, need to really understand that, because firstly, I am going to always focus on our doctors. God has given those individuals the gift and the education to take care of us. So we want to start there and have consistent checkups, consistent appointments to make sure we know what's going on. The way I utilize herbs are more so maintenance. I can't say that I have enough experience with utilizing them to where I would, on some larger scale ailment or illness, say that I would go to certain herbs. But when we're thinking about a healthy diet and eating our fruits and vegetables, there has been research where those things, and as it relates to cancers, tumors, or whatnot, they've lessened or have gone away from a certain diet. And so us thinking about the things that we can do preventatively, and then how does that look? Who am I talking with my doctor? Just being informed. There are holistic doctors that have in their practice where they definitely have their medical degree and background, and then they still are able to give you some guidance or refer you somewhere so that you can have a healthy combination of those. the support. So I really say we really have to do our research or get connected with someone who has more experience and just make sure we're not that we are being responsible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You don't see it as an either or. You see it as an and.
Totally.
Yeah, they can work together.
Totally.
Yeah.
I love that.
Don't fall for the okie doke.
Yeah.
Because I get what you're. Because there's so much that's put out there. Take this. Take this. This will do this. So I know exactly
every
what you're
ad
saying.
out there, because you know I'm 40 plus. So every ad I get on social media is about how to make your cootie coo stay moist and pH balance. Oh, for real.
I know.
I'm like, okay.
Right. No, seriously. And it's like, but what if that also? I think we cannot jump to just paying attention to all of those things.
Yeah.
Because if somebody opens my TikTok, and even some of my younger staff were saying this the other day, your TikTok is probably recipes and juices, and I was like, and is? Those things are always coming, but then I go and I look to my, herb Bible, or I'm Googling, like, okay, let me understand a little bit more. I wouldn't just jump and buy it, but so many people do, and that's the dangerous side. Like, I got this, and it's like, you don't know who made that, where they made it, a distributor, and just randomly, doing it non-ethically. And so it's concerning. So I just wouldn't, jump like that. There's certain brands, there's wellness stores here in Smyrna, Murfreesboro, that I go to, Sunshine Nutrition. Ask them questions in store. I make sure I'm informed and do my research. And hear about other experiences. What doctors have you gone to that are supportive of certain herb regimens as well? So just really being informed and not just clicking on every link and buying all the things that are thrown our way.
That's part of being 40 plus too. Like, come on now, we too old. Do your due diligence.
Exactly. And with the doctor too, not just even just with your doctor. I'll push back. Well, what about all the questions for everything?
Yes, absolutely,
most definitely.
Got it. Got it.
I like that.
What else? I
need more vitamins.
You need more vitamins.
I will say, because when we were talking again about Perry, so I'm looking into what can help with that. I mean, it is what it is. She's here. Some days she plays nice. Some days she don't. Some days she don't. And I be losing. She a heavyweight. She Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
I don't think of her as Mike Tyson. When you talk about Perry, I think of her as the bullies on the Proud Family. That's who I think.
I heard. I feel so bad. I can't say
sometimes
this. I haven't seen Proud Family.
Proud Family.
I know. But not the level of Mike Tyson. I get.
Yes.
Sometimes she hit hard like Mike though. Okay. It depends.
Really?
Around that time of the month sometimes.
Okay.
I'll be like, oh,
she throw them moves.
TKO. Throw in the towel. Follow
Isn't
Halle Berry a huge promoter?
Oh yeah, she is.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. She has a new lube that's out now too. That she's promoting.
See, honestly, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Connect to that person that's really doing the work and informing us about it. What happened?
This episode is brought to you by just Coochie, because the way Nathan's talked about her kitty cat. I love it. Go ahead. I love it.
Yes.
Continue, Keisha. I'm sorry.
I was just asking about Hallie, and maybe
I'll look into it, like you said, and check with my doctor, because I'm gonna tell you this, and I didn't see the right person, and I don't even remember her name, so I can talk about it. But I went and I was like, I think I'm in the Perry, and my cycle's been weird. Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. Like, so I know, you know what I mean? And she was like, the lady was like, well, you're not in menopause. And I was like, I didn't say I was in menopause.
Right. Did not.
She was like, because if you go a year without a cycle, I'm like, yeah, thank you. Can we talk about Perry? You got anything for that? You got some crack? I don't know.
Right.
Some baking soda, something.
Yeah. And she just wasn't really helpful. So I want to speak to that, advocating for your own health and finding people who, really can help you. Because I'm like, she was like, well, your pressure's high. And I'm like, well, you heard of white coat syndrome? Like, let's not. But she was quick to want to prescribe like that day, even though I don't have a history of high BP. But that day, she's like, well, your pressure's high today, and you know, we might need to get you on a regimen. I'm like, but I came for Perry. I'm confused. But anyways, I did blood work and all that stuff. But yeah, it's again, do your
You have somebody who listens to you.
Yes, talk about it.
I will say my primary care physician and now my cardiologist are both people who listen to me. And I didn't know how accustomed I was to being unheard until I found someone who heard me.
Yeah.
Like my first appointment with my primary care, I left the appointment, I called my mother from the car. And literally, please don't be offended by what I'm about to say, but I called my mom and said, Mom, I think I'm getting white lady care. Like I'm getting a level of care I've never had before. She listens to me, you know? So much so that my children now go to her as well. You know, and I was trusting my kids a lot, you know? My cardiologist asked me a question recently that I've never been asked before. He says, what do you want to get out of coming to see me today?
Wow.
I was like,
wow.
Right. I was like, okay. You know, like he wanted to talk to me and saw me, you know, and I appreciated that.
Right.
You know, and so it's the level of care. I'm not just a number rushing through. I'm not just here, let me throw you this high blood pressure medicine. You know, let's have a conversation, you know? And I appreciated that, you know? So you saw me. So you have to be seen, especially when we know Black women are unseen and unheard, and people don't think we have pain and all the other things that, you know, are going on, that we think we get different immunization schedules. So
that part.
And we have to be okay with, hey, this doctor is not working for me.
Yeah.
And taking the time and going to another person until it feels right. Why would I be here with somebody who I am not comfortable with in this space? And I'm paying you to look after me? No. And that's where we should be. This does not work for me, because there are people out there. Connect with people, others. Who is that cardiologist? I need that person for mine. You know?
It's important. But I think so often as Black people, especially Black women, we don't have agency a lot of times either. You know? That it is what it is. A lot of times you got to make it work. And at this juncture, I'm not making that work.
And that's a learned behavior that we've been doing. So, again, unlearning. And purge that on out, because that is not the mindset that we need to continue on in, and most definitely when it comes to our health. And that's where we are now. We are advocating, we are fighting, we are speaking up, and so let's continue to do that.
Awesome.
It's our health.
It's a form of self-care too.
It is.
You know?
It is.
Getting
Most
the best care
definitely.
possible for you.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. This is
Oh my
out of left
gosh.
field.
Am I ready?
You're ready.
You got it.
24 hours. Do whatever you want to do. How would you spend those 24 hours?
Ooh, 24 hours.
24 hours.
Whatever I want to do.
That's a good question.
Okay, I have to preface this. I'm a Gemini.
Okay.
So it could be one thing or the other, depending on how I'm feeling. But, okay.
The duality.
Yes, the duality. But what did pop into my mind was stillness, slowness. It's definitely going to be by water. And it's so crazy because, like, well, you do have 24 hours.
Yeah.
And I can make this be, and I'm thinking about this as if it's like something that just... actually not planning something.
I like that.
So I'm going to do what feels good to my body.
I love that.
What's going on with me right now. So if it is, I want to, really just move slowly, love on me, or hey, I haven't had fun in a while. I'm popping out.
Okay,
So it really is, what am I needing right now, and responding to that.
I love it.
Yeah.
She's gonna pop out though.
Yeah.
I like the pop out.
Because you gotta pop out and
seriously.
Tomorrow. The Super Bowl
And I'm popping out tonight because I have not in a while, and I really am like, I want some pop out energy. Because I've been in my, let's rest, let's go in.
No,
It's time to pop out.
Yes.
I love that you say that though, because so often we think about the seasons of life and that there's a cycle to life.
Yes.
You can't always be and go.
No.
Nature has a cycle of rest.
Come on.
And I don't always do good at it.
I ain't looking at you.
But there's a cycle of life, and we don't always recognize that we are too part of that cycle.
Yes.
And we have to power down sometimes. Too.
Right, yes.
You restart your cell phone.
Exactly.
Sometimes you got to restart yourself.
Yes.
It must.
Yeah.
And I'm not good with names and remembering things, but I did see someone said we actually should operate with the seasons.
Agree, yes.
You know, like mirror them.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's when we get fed and get
chill
what
out.
we need.
Yeah. Yep. Spring, you
I
bloom.
agree. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
and it's the
For a
weather
reason.
that's making me feel
Yes,
springy
yes.
and pop-outy.
Be outside, girl.
Blue bud.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So, and if you do it, it's the natural state of things. So it's not gonna, feel like much resistance or, that's why it's hard for me, especially in the winter months. If I'm trying to do and go, no, it's not time for that. So I really am going against the grain.
Yeah.
It's fuzzy socks
Yeah,
and cold season.
right.
Yes.
So lean into that.
Yeah.
We also force ourselves to do those unnatural things, and so we're making it harder for ourselves.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
a
love
word, Nathan.
I got it. I got it.
You got okay.
I got it.
Picking up what she put
I'm
down.
picking
it's all easier
It's in my
said than
pocket.
done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I still gotta pay this mortgage. Come on now. That's the real thing.
And
Amen.
definitely.
I'm gonna say work don't care about the season. They don't care.
No.
Like the postman, winter, spring, summer, fall. They want it all.
No, that's the truth.
Got a bar.
I'm done.
love me.
Find time for you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. That's good. Whatever that looks like for
Whenever,
you.
however, whenever, but do it
Thank you.
and carve it out.
Yeah.
It's going to look. It's unfortunate, but it might be 5 minutes a day for someone, and then for someone else, I have 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
But be intentional.
Yeah.
Be intentional.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Where can people find you or learn more about you, Rooted Core?
Well, on Rooted Core, so at Rooted Core on Instagram, and just me. I'm LaKeisha, 6 A's at the end.
It's a lot of A's.
On Instagram.
It's LaKeisha, like mustard.
Seriously. It's just I used to perform as a young person. and
love
so
it.
it gives that little theater vibe. LaKeisha. Yes.
Very good.
Awesome.
All right. You can find us everywhere you listen to podcasts, and we're on YouTube and the socials.
Loves it.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so
Thank you for having me.
I feel grounded. I got my little mug today. Not no liquors. I got no liquor.
Sometimes we do drink liquor.
I love it. Anything wrong
I
with
got
that?
a big
Exactly.
cup.
So,
Spindrift here.
Hey.
It's my
Thank
fave.
you, Keisha, for being here.
Thank you. This was good.
This was very
was good.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
Take care of you guys.
Yes.
And
Stay
rest.
rooted.
Oh, stay rooted.
ooh,
I'm
come on,
leaning on you.
tagline.
Yes.
Yes.
Short
Stay
though.
rooted.
Stay rooted. Okay, I messed it up.
What are you doing?
I'm leaning on you.
I thought we were posing. I was like, oh.
We're about to say bye.
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 That's what we do. Bye.